We spend hundreds of millions of dollars on treatment services for kids who enter the child welfare system due to the trauma they faced in their lives. But we cannot answer the question, are they better off because of all those services?
The TOP tool for the first time gives child welfare workers something that they can use to measure the social and emotional well-being of the children that they're responsible for.
The multiple raters, getting together all of the people who interact regularly with a kid and ensuring that you're taking into account all that each of them is seeing about that child's behavior over time, that's different. And when you see differences in what two people have observed about the child, that gives you an avenue to really explore more deeply, why is that, and what does that tell us about adjustments that might need to be made?
Sometimes staff have a concern that maybe they're not communicating on the same level with clinicians. This tool provides a common and shared understanding of different behaviors, and they can have a conversation based upon that.
It's straightforward, it's simple to use, and the fact that this TOP tool is scientifically validated means that we know that it's measuring what we think it's measuring.
It is a performance management system. It allows you to assess where the child is, what they need, and then it allows you to measure whether or not you've helped them in the long run. This is a game changer for child welfare.
Cuyahoga County was the first site that wanted to take on Kids Insight. We wanted to learn more about our kids' well-being as it relates to safety and permanency. We also wanted to do a better job of matching our kids to the correct provider to prevent placement changes.
Kids Insight has been a wonderful partner. We've been pleasantly surprised at how easily people have been able to absorb this into their practice.
Workers are always looking for something that gives them concrete information but isn't going to take a lot of time. So this tool has given them the opportunity to get different opinions from different people and then help them develop a case plan, develop the next action steps for their youth, for their families that they're working with.
We try to get as many key stakeholders to rate the child as possible, which would include any therapist involved with the child, a foster parent, the social worker, the child themselves. The more people that you can get to rate the child, the better the information that you're getting and the more well-rounded picture of the youth you're going to get.
Some of the positive feedback that we've experienced related to the TOP assessment is in regard to the relationship between the therapist and caseworkers.
The TOP assessment as an outcome measure is very critical in knowing what needs to be done and how well I'm doing it, so that if what I'm doing isn't working, then we can change it up and develop a better intervention that will work for the child.
It was provided to me by email from the county worker. You just hit the link, you can just click through the different levels of functioning in each domain for the child and submit it, and it's as simple as that.
I think it's made our communication and our relationships a lot better. You have workers who are actually asking different questions than they normally would ask. You have foster parents sharing information that they normally wouldn't, during a regular home visit. So I think it's enhanced our relationships with our foster parents, with our youth, and with our providers.
In our work with Cuyahoga County, we've seen firsthand how the TOP tool can improve practice and outcomes for kids. So let's talk about Lauren. It's not her real name, but that's what we'll call her. She's a good kid. She's been in foster care a while and sadly has bounced around to a few foster homes. She's getting along well with her current foster family in spite of the fact that she's got some behavioral issues. But one day after school, she gets into a fight with another child. Because of the episode, a placement preservation meeting is scheduled. But before the meeting, everybody involved with Lauren is going to complete the TOP so that the worker has some meaningful information with which she can have conversations with others involved with the child.
How is the child doing in the home?
We're having a few issues right now. Lauren got into a fight, and it really has me thinking that this is not a good placement.
And I understand your concerns, but I think there's things that we could do. One of them being this new tool that we have. It's a top tool, and it helps us to identify areas where the child needs help. And
at first, when Laurel, the social worker, approached me about completing the top tool, I just figured I don't have time for this. She reassured me that completing the top tool would not only allow the professionals to help me and her, but it would give everybody some insight on what I see day to day.
Good morning, Laura. How are you?
good. How are you doing, Nikki?
Good.
Good.
I called you in this morning because I got an email alert in regards to Lauren. I wanted to talk to you about the top report.
Okay. Well, here's the top report. As you can see, the foster mom has very high concerns because Lauren got into a fight after school.
When it goes into the severe range, especially in the area of violence, instead of relying on waiting to that monthly conference to talk to that worker, we get pulled in immediately.
Because it's a severe alert, I'm more worried about what's going on with Lauren today, right now. So
Okay.
if you could follow up with Lauren and the foster parent like immediately and let me know so we can get some more information, I'd appreciate it.
I just wanted to go over a couple things with you on our top referral that you filled out, and to see where we stand and see how you feel about it. And also to ask you if you would be all right with having other professionals come into the meeting today to help you work out through some of these issues that you're having.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So can you tell me what happened with this incident that just recently happened?
Okay, so I was, doing my regular at school, and this girl decided she wanted to try me, so she followed me, and she kept talking stuff. So I'm like, it's either I get hit first or she get hit first.
So you took it upon yourself to do that?
I guess that
And
just
you didn't
happened.
want to take it to a teacher or a counselor beforehand?
What they gonna do?
What are they going to do? They'll probably pull you both over and see if you can talk it out?
No.
Because this decision that you made was kind of a poor decision because it got you in trouble? So we're concerned, again about maybe you being depressed because you mentioned before that you were angry and you can't say at what, but you're just angry, and that's a part of the depression. And so we wanted to maybe reevaluate the situation and put in another intervention for you to see if we can help you.
Once the information is gathered, we are going to use that information to get a real comprehensive picture of where the child is, what their needs are as of today, whether their needs are being met. And we typically use this information in a team meeting where we're having a conversation about the child and what their needs are.
Using the top tool at critical decision points, such as team meetings, can help the team make better decisions about how best to help Lauren.
Welcome everybody, my name is Dale. I'm a case review facilitator with the agency. Today's meeting was scheduled to talk about placement for Lauren.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ms. Washington, foster parent for Lauren.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm the foster kid.
Hi, I'm Laurel Kordovich, and I'm the ongoing social worker.
Hi everybody, I'm Nikki Betts. I'm the supervisor for the case.
Hi, I'm Brandy Berry, and I'm Miss Washington and Lauren's treatment coordinator from the network agency.
Well, we came here today because we've had an alert from our top report, and it came up as an alert because in the violence category there was an incident that Lauren got into a fight, and so Miss Washington rated that in the severe area, and that's we need to have input from all of our providers, from the foster parents, in order to be able to do what's in the best interest of the child. It's right there, clear and concise. Here's the issues that they're doing well on, and here's the issues that they're doing okay on, and guess what? We've got a problem, and that's the severe issue.
Especially when we get an alert in the violence category. We take that very serious because there could be some possible safety threats, and we want to meet with you and your foster parent to talk about what's going on. So I want you to share with us a little bit more about what's exactly happening.
I've just been basically really irritated lately with everything, so I was actually surprised that it rated in severe because lately I've been doing good, you know, it was just this one time it happened. So foster kids are usually misunderstood a lot during these type of meetings because sometimes we feel like we don't really have a voice when we're in these meetings. So the TOP tool definitely does give us that outlet of expression.
The other areas of concern, according to this, is the depression. And maybe you could tell them how you've been feeling.
I mean, I've just been stressed and worried lately about my brothers and my sisters because, like, I'm really used to just being around them. And now that the TOP tool helped me understand myself a little bit more and what other people are seeing, like basically identifying what I need to work on and what other people are saying that I need to work on.
Lauren's been consistently doing well in most domains, and then being able to see this severe rating in the violence area, then it kind of raised some concerns at our agency because we want to better support Lauren and also Ms. Washington to make sure that the placement can be maintained.
Laurel, can you kind of talk about what strengths have been identified?
So based on the TOP report that we have here, there are strengths in two areas that really stand out. The attention rates very highly, with everybody rated you high in that, and also in the school area. So based on these strengths, Ms. Washington, do you think we would be able to preserve this placement with you?
I've definitely realized that this was an isolated incident. I am willing to preserve the placement with supportive services, yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Being able to sit down with the worker and say, these are the areas that I'm concerned about, but Lauren's schooling and her focus and attention, they're not an issue, and she is a good child and she is making progress. So how do we work on these issues?
I really do just want to stay with Ms. Washington and work things out.
Wonderful. So we will plan on putting supports in the home and talking a little bit more closely with you and your therapist, and we'll go over things. In about a month, we'll have another family team meeting to see how things are going.
As a result of this meeting, the team now has a better idea of what services to put in place to help both Lauren and her foster family so Lauren can succeed.
With children in foster care, things can go wrong very quickly. The TOP tool really gives you a clear idea of what your child or your teen needs.
A tool like this where we're all looking at the same things and we're all talking about the same things focuses the whole treatment team.
The TOP assessment is usually reviewed at a case review for the child. I try to attend as many as I can, but at times my schedule doesn't allow it. The TOP assessment then allows me to be able to provide input into the areas that I see as a concern, and then also gain information from all the other stakeholders.
Because the TOP report is so comprehensive, it gives us looking at her as a person. The heart of the matter was that she was actually missing her siblings, which is critical. We know that the kids need connections, and the more connections that they have, the better they feel.
The process of completing the TOP tool got everybody's attention. It really allowed me to be heard. It allowed my thoughts and feelings to be validated by the social worker, the supervisor, the therapist, and case manager. But I think it also allowed an opportunity for Lauren and I to communicate and ask those people involved for services to maintain Lauren in my home.
What I took away from this meeting is that there are definitely some things I need to work on, but overall I'm not totally messed up, you know? So I'm glad that I was able to see those areas before things got worse.
As more agencies adopt TOP, it will give us a much broader picture of all the children who are served by child welfare agencies.
By being able to look at and review some of the aggregate data, we'll be able to identify what are some of the characteristics of our children who are in care. What are some of their needs that have been presented as a result of those characteristics, and how we can best use that information to be really strategic and smart in terms of how we purchase our services.
I've been in child welfare for about 30 years, and this is the first time that I have seen a tool that I believe can really make a difference in this field.
All over America, we all face the same challenges, so when something new and exciting comes along that really offers us hope for seeing our kids do better in their lives, we need to go after it.
This is going to be part of our daily work. It's going to be part of how we do business, and you know, it's the best for our kids. It's not about us, it's not about anybody in this building, it's about the youth that we serve.